Hey, my peoples! What is going on after 2 months? This is Cornbeaner. It is July 27th, 2013. Let me remove this. I am sorry I have not kept this channel updated for anybody who really watches my channel on a more regular basis. I do sincerely apologize, but I have been very busy. 2 months ago, started my new job. Pretty much this whole month has been overtime. So by the time I get to work, do what I gotta do, work overtime, come home, try to be a family man as God tells me to be, I am pretty much tired and I have nothing to do. But today is Saturday. I got some good rest. The wife is out with the child, out doing, their own bonding stuff. So I am here alone. Figured why not make a video? So outside of what really has gone on for the last 2 months with me working, I really haven't done much. The last big thing that I did was actually go to E3, and there's a stream going on right now, so I do apologize. The one big news and happy update that I do have for myself is that this will be the first year that I go to BlizzCon. Hopefully everything works out where I can just get like raw footage for anybody who has never been to a BlizzCon. Maybe the raw footage will be like, yeah, this is what it's like to be a BlizzCon. I am taking my son with me, which I am very happy. So we will have some father and son nerd out time. BlizzCon takes place November 8th through the 9th. 2 days, not really a through thing. It's November 8th and 9th at the Anaheim Convention Center. So once again, I am taking my son with me. I am super excited to hear about this. So when it came down to E3, basically what it came down to was I took a bunch of footage of a lot of stuff, and I want to share some of this stuff with you. One of the things that caught my eye was, the games. Of course, the games. One of the games that really caught my eye was a game called Randall. It kind of has this Mark of the Ninja with a what's the other game that I was thinking about? Gosh darn it, I had it. Rayman has that Mark of Ninja with Rayman type of artistic art style. So based on the art style alone, it's something that I kind of am looking forward to. I did not get my hands on this game, unfortunately, but it looks sweet. It's from an independent company called shoot, they're up here somewhere. And I'm sorry for like the way this looks. There we go. We the Force Studios. It's an independent company. Here's some more of the game earlier in that video. And I know it's just him running around and doing like random stuff. But the art styles what kind of attracts me to games when you first look is how pretty it looks. What, the preconceived notion of what concept they might actually try to portray. It looks alright. So keep a lookout for that Randall from... Ready, we stand? God, I have such a bad memory. We the Force Studios. Sorry about that. They were nice enough to give me a bandana as well. One of the other things that I really did take notice of was there were a lot more peripheral companies out there. And the one that caught my attention was a company called eBlue. They are a Chinese company. They are ready to come here to America. Their product lineup and the feel of the product lineup seems to be very in touch with competing with Razer. Yes, the grand scheme of everything is that you compete with everybody, but the way that their setup is, the way that their products look, it honestly feels like they are trying to go toe to toe with Razer. They do have the Iron Man headset, the Iron Man mouse. These are actually special limited to China only, and if you try to get them in the gray market, they can cost you a pretty penny. The eBlue team that was there was nice enough to actually hook me up with the laptop mouse. It wasn't one of their more expensive mouses, but hey, when I buy my laptop, I have a mouse because the mouse does feel fantastic. And I put it away 2 months ago, and I don't know where it's at. But they were very nice. All their stuff that they show here, like the mouse pad, the mouse, they all have a Razer-esque feel to it. But the best part about eBlue is the price. So stopping this right now and going to my browser, I actually brought some stuff up. If you look at some of the prices, I mean, $10 for a mouse, $17.70 for a mouse, $12.98, $16.99. You got a gaming keyboard for $30. Another like their gaming mouse that's wireless for $30. You have really good bargains here. If you are one of those people who are trying to get gaming peripherals, yes, you're not going to be able to afford a SteelSeries, or like myself, I got lucky. I got a Logitech from Mass Luminosity. I still use it. It's a great, great setup. But these setups can run you up to $300+ for a complete headset, mouse, and keyboard setup. And like I said, touching these products firsthand, they feel very, very similar to Razer. If you were to just take off the markings, and unless you really knew which one was a Razer and which one wasn't, you would not be able to tell the difference between these eBlue and the Razers. That's how close they feel. That's how good they feel to me. And the price is immaculate, people. Support them. They have my taste, not just because they gave me a free mouse, but just because I honestly do believe that they have, they've reached a market that has not been tapped, where it's like that budget gamer market. Nobody has really tapped that when it came to peripherals. They seem to want to tap that. That's what she said. And they're awesome products, and they're really cheap. I'm actually going to wind up buying one of these two mouses. I'm trying to depend for work, really, because I don't have a mouse pad at work, so I will try to get one of those. But I swear to you guys, eBlue will be the mouse pad that I do choose. And when I do that, I will have an unboxing so you guys can actually see that firsthand. Now going on and continuing with what I did at E3, Killer Instincts. I got to play this game at the Xbox One booth. And I will say this straight out, the best game that I got my hand on at E3 was Killer Instincts. The way the game feels at this point, which is about 4 months away from coming out, 4 months, 5 months, we'll say 4 months, November, we'll say 4 months. It feels very, very fluid. The other thing I want to give a big shout out to Microsoft for is that their controller was by far the best controller that I actually got my hands on. Sorry to say, they did something with the PlayStation 4 controller, and in all honesty, look, it's not that it's unresponsive, it's not that it doesn't work, because the PlayStation 4 controller does. It's just that feel in my hand. They have kind of changed the top of it slightly, but enough where I actually preferred it if they had reverted back to the PlayStation 2 kind of mold and then gone along from there. The way that it is now, it's a little bit small in my hands. I feel just the size is going to be a big issue for me. But that was what it was. And like I said, Microsoft right now, that's the one thing they have going for them, is they have Killer Instincts, and they had the best controller that I got my hands on. But other than that, I would not be buying an Xbox One at launch unless gaming gods intervene. I have already made my decision. PlayStation 4 is where I'm going to be at, despite the controller. It's just what I feel comfortable with. It's just everything that they've done from February to this point has been pretty much in line with what I want for my next gaming console. While Microsoft seems to be going back and forth on what they want to do themselves, and I do not want to back a company at this term who is very unstable within its own ideals.